Good morning. So this reading is for Friday, April 11th. And I'm just going to pull a little bit about past. Two more on current energy. That's interesting. They're all threes. In the current energy, it's all about the number 3. One more. Yeah. Looking here, bottom of the deck, Page of Swords is showing up. It feels like I'm getting truth. I'm getting clarity. There's a lot of information that is coming through. There's a lot of awareness and that awakening energy that I've been picking up on, and it's showing through here pretty loud and clear with that Page of Swords. It feels a lot like cutting away, relieving yourself of all the stress, all the anxiety of the unknowns. There's something about that. Even if the unknowns still exist, it's the stress and the anxiety connected to it that you're releasing. It's like, well, at some point, I'm just going to have to not over control a situation and trust that things are going to work out because I've been doing the work in order to make it work out. That's what I'm getting with that Page of Swords. So let's dig into the past energy here. So I'm getting the Lovers showing up, Four of Pentacles, and Temperance. So the Lovers, it's Gemini energy. We have Sagittarius energy. So those two are opposites. Interesting the way that they're kind of showing up in this reading, and that is what I'm immediately going to. So the Lovers, it's duality. The Temperance, it's all things in moderation. So what is happening here with that Four of Pentacles in the past, it was, do I focus on myself? Do I focus on a connection here? And it feels like ultimately what you realized is, in order for any kind of relationship, regardless of the type of relationship, romantic, business, friendship, whatever the case may be, you're not really yourself in the relationship until you're balanced. And so that's what you recognized here in the past. Like, let me kind of solidify my foundation, get clear on what my boundaries are, find my inner peace, my inner balance, so that I can move forward. So that connection or that relationship that started here in the past energy, it's showing up again in the present. So it might have been paused, or you might have been doing this work while in connection with another person. Regardless, now we're going to start to see some movement. So I am getting the Three of Pentacles showing up, which is on building, working on this together, building that connection, progress forward. I'm getting the Empress energy. And so Empress is all about relationships. It's Venus. It rules what you love, what you value. And so it looks like from this standpoint, it is about the connection. It is about maybe like a reconnection here, Three of Wands, because this is coming across as though there was a period of time where you needed to embark on this kind of, I'm getting like a self-healing, a self-balancing kind of journey. And now, because you're changing and the way that you're changing, the way that this is reading, it's kind of left to right for me, and then it's kind of coming up in this path, and it's not reading the way the cards normally read. It's a lot of, let me kind of re-engage in this connection. Let me do the work on myself and re-enter the connection here and put I'm getting faith and effort into the connection. And so when I look at the future energy here, I'm getting the Ten of Cups, Queen of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. So the Ten of Cups, I mean, this is long-term emotional fulfillment. Queen of Wands, male or female, it's just the energy of the card. But with the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Cups, I mean, this is really about you taking some sort of action, putting yourself out there emotionally, being ready to put yourself out there to go after your ultimate goals here when it comes to either love and romance or some other type of emotional fulfillment that requires another person to be along for this. It's not about you doing this on your own. This really is about being in union with another person and just going down this path together. So let's get some additional details. Tell me about the Lovers. Interesting. So I'm going to start with this one here. We have a lot of pages that like to show up in the readings lately, and this is no exception. So when it comes to that Lovers, the Page of Swords, The Page of Swords was the clarity. There was something about this connection, this relationship that really spoke to you on a very deep level. And the Page of Swords, because you had that clarity to recognize this is not a relationship that I can just toss away. I need to do something here in order to make myself ready for this type of relationship. On some level, you recognized a significant connection and a purpose with this person. And what you did was you maybe took a step back, because it feels like with that Three of Wands, you took a step back from the connection to focus on yourself, do something here that was in your best interest, so that when you re-engage with this person, that you're in that right headspace, the right heart space, you've healed to the point where you're able to engage in the connection in that meaningful way. When I'm looking at this past energy and I see the Four of Pentacles clarified by the Page of Wands, this is the actions that you took. Once you recognize that you needed to do something for yourself in order to be ready for this, you started taking some action here. Temperance is showing up with the King of Wands. There's a lot of fire energy. Queen of Wands is showing up. King of Wands is showing up. And so definitely some sort of divine meeting, divine union here. And so with the Temperance, all that balanced energy, King of Wands, taking some sort of action here in order to make that a reality. So I love the way that that's showing up in the past energy. So let's get the Three of Pentacles here. There's a lesson connected to this, and part of it is breaking a cycle. With the Three of Pentacles, I'm getting the Devil energy, and it feels like this is part of what needs to happen. You may have limitations and restrictions, old habits, old patterns of just behavior in general that work against you when it comes to being in a relationship or being in some sort of union with another person. This mission and purpose with this person is to break it down. There's something that this needs to be broken down. But you had to be ready to, one, recognize that the devil existed, and two, recognize that this is something that you were not going to be able to do on your own, that it was going to require a spiritual partner in order to do this work with you, and then really engage in the union in a really thoughtful, methodical, enlightened way to be able to address it. That's the energy coming through here. Clarifying that Venus energy, the Empress, is the moon. And so understanding here that you're not going to have all the answers right away, that you're going to have to navigate this together, because there's going to be a lot of learning that takes place, but there is a lot of harmony and balance as part of this process. This is not, the devil energy may not be broken down immediately, but what you're going to start doing is really chipping away at all of those limitations and restrictions. And what I'm getting here with that Three of Wands is the Ace of Pentacles. And so this is the start of something long-term, something stable, after maybe a period of disconnecting from the relationship or that connection in general and just doing this work that you needed to. You're ready to re-engage, and you're doing it in a way that is very strategic. It is very grounded and practical and stable. Tell me about the Queen of Wands. So clarifying the Ten of Cups here, I have the Six of Cups. And so Ten of Cups, Six of Cups, this could relate to some sort of family, maybe a blending of families, if this is a romantic connection for you. I am getting the sense here with that Ten of Cups, Six of Cups, that this is a connection that feels really good. There's a lot of nostalgia connected to it. This might be some sort of past life soulmate. Again, we have soulmates in all areas of our lives. I know I have them I have a niece and I have a nephew that are definitely soulmates of mine. They're soul connections. I have a cousin. I definitely have people, I have friends, definitely people that I've known from other lifetimes. And that's how this is coming across. And so if you're turned off by the romantic because you're only interested, or you're not interested in the romantic, you actually have soulmates in other areas too. And so I like the way that this is coming across, that Ten of Cups, Six of Cups energy, because this feels really good, really grounded, and long-lasting. It's the long-lasting piece that just feels very solid right now inside. Like I can feel it right here in the center of my chest. With that Queen of Wands, I am getting the Two of Pentacles. So it's about prioritizing this connection and the mission and purpose the two of you have together. When things come up, because they will, that's just how life works. Nothing is ever really smooth, and nothing ever really goes in that straight line. And so with that Two of Pentacles energy, it's about figuring out how to juggle it all, how to make this person, this mission and purpose, the relationship, making it a priority and giving it the right amount of attention, that proportionate amount of attention. Clarifying the Knight of Cups here, I have the Fool. So this is a brand new beginning. I love the way that this is playing out because this really is embarking on a brand new journey, something that is very different than anything you would have experienced in the past. There is a very strong soul connection. This is a very solid mission and purpose together kind of energy. So I love the way this is playing out. This is the reading for Friday. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.